Fox 4 News turned new information about the Tarrant County mother charged with murdering her 6-year-old son. Despite 2 years of searching, his body has not been found. The mother is now jailed in Fort Worth after fleeing to India. Fox 4's Deanne Anglin is looking into court proceedings involving the suspect's other children. Deanne.
Hi there, Clarice. That's right. The documents involving the family court case are restricted, so there is limited information about proceedings and/or actions that have taken or will take place.
The name attached to her court cases is Cindy Cecilia Rodriguez. She's also known as Cindy Rodriguez-Singh. She's the 40-year-old Everman mother locked up in Tarrant County, facing the charge of capital murder in connection with the death of her 6-year-old son, Noel. His body has never been found. Friday, Fox 4 confirmed a CPS case in Tarrant County Family Court pertaining to the termination of Rodriguez's parental rights with her other 6 children. We should point out it is not clear if those children are here in the U.S. or in India, where Rodriguez was captured in August.
Certainly the court might have an interest in making sure that the orders are in place requiring anybody with custody of the children to make sure that all their basic needs and necessities are met.
Former prosecutor and defense attorney Russell Wilson is not involved in the case. He says this family court case is not surprising, even if the children's exact whereabouts are unclear. In 2023, authorities say Rodriguez and her husband left the country with the other children, allegedly to avoid prosecution. Noel was not with them. The husband's current status is unknown.
So the court may be taking action to exercise jurisdiction to say that the Texas courts would still retain the right to decide the best interests of the children, as opposed to courts perhaps in India or wherever they may be.
Wilson points out, generally, both biological parents must be notified of efforts to terminate parental rights, but there could be exceptions.
They have to give sufficient legal notice to all the appropriate parties. Usually that does include the biological father. But in the absence of sufficient notice to all the parties, the court can make temporary orders to protect the children and do orders as necessary.
Now, Cindy Rodriguez has a court date of September 14th in her criminal case in Tarrant County. So moving parts in the multiple cases, along with what amounts to a still very active investigation. Clarice, back to you.
All right, Deanne, you'll keep us up to date. Thank you.